Yo guys, kind of a sad one today. I just went on a trip to New York and I just got home a couple days ago to, I would say, a little bit of a disaster. A lot of things went wrong when I was gone, and then actually some things went wrong when I got back as well. I actually, when I went on my trip, I was actually scared because there was supposed to be a snowstorm in New York when I was there, but instead there was a snowstorm here in Portland, Oregon while I was gone. It was kind of cool, like not being in it, in the snow and whatnot, and being snowed in and being away from it all. But I didn't even think about my house while I was gone. About the tiny house, about the greenhouse, about my ADU, about my house, about any of it, because I thought everything's fine. I did forget to like drip my faucets and turn on the heater inside my like house, my rental up there. And if you don't already know, my sister was renting out my house, and then she moved out. I want to say like 2 days before I went on my trip, so I didn't even think about turning on the heater to heat up the pipes so they don't burst, and dripping the faucets so that they don't freeze. So I actually hit up my tenant in my ADU to go over and drip it, and he was so amazing. He went over there, hella quick, and while it was snowing, and he turned on the faucets and he turned on the heater. So I was so happy that the house and the ADU are totally fine. Now, what I didn't think about was everything back here, like where I live. I guess I'll just go around and show you what happened. So when I got back, also I got some roofers like a couple houses away, so I'm sorry for the sound. But when I came home, I came back here, expecting for nothing to go down. But when I turn this corner over here, I hear a lot of water, and I was really, really terrified because obviously, like, my tiny house, I was scared it was going to be full of water or something like that. And if you don't already know, last year we had a snowstorm here in Portland, Oregon, and my actual house flooded because the pipes froze, and then when they unfroze, they just broke a couple of valves, one inside the bathroom and one inside the kitchen, and it flooded the whole house. And I'm just like traumatized from that. So I was scared when I came back here and I heard rushing water, and of course it's my pipes down here. Now, luckily, it didn't go inside the tiny house. The flooding or whatever was out here. But it looks like, and I'll bring you guys a little closer real quick. Basically, what it looks like is the. So I have hot and cold water here. Cheddar, can you move? Come here. So I got hot and cold water here coming in through my hose. If you don't already know, I get my water just from my backyard hose. I put a filter on it so it's drinkable and all that. But and then I also have like a water heater inside the tiny house. But what had happened was, it looks like I have this on and off valve. It splits the hose into the cold and the hot water, and it looks like on the hot side, the part that just shuts it off, like this little ball thing, just like flew out. It looks like it probably all froze, and then when it was slowly melting, it must have just bursted this part off because it was already kind of weak. This thing always kind of leaked just a little bit, so I think just from the weak, it was just weak, so it just ended up just breaking it off. So when I came back here on the hot side, it was just rushing out like hella, and I was gone for 6 days. So I don't even know how long it's been flooding. I'm scared to see my bill when it comes, because it could have been going for a whole 24 hours, and it was rushing. Thank God that like the like landscape back here is flowing this way, not into the house, because that would have been probably pretty bad. So yeah, that's definitely a big one. This one really sucked because I'm scared of how much money I spent on the water, and I have to replace this thing. So yeah, here's how it's looking. So as you can see, well, I don't even know if you can see, but there is no shut off. So when I turn this thing, it doesn't. I don't even know if I can turn it. Yeah, there's nothing happens when I turn this. So yeah, this thing needs to be completely replaced. Luckily, the hose seems fine, and the this side seems fine, but I think it might be really hard to take this off because I used plumber's, I don't know what this is called, like plumbing gooey stuff. I don't even know. It just really hardened it on there, so it might be, oh, actually it's kind of easy. Okay. Okay, so that'll be fine. That'll be easy to replace. I'm happy about that. And it's really cheap. This thing was like $6, so it should be okay. I'm just it was just like really stressful to see it like that. Here's all the pieces to it. It looks like these two pieces were the things that shut off the water. Clearly, you can see what's going on over here already with the tarp on top. Yeah, this really sucks. So, I don't know if you've been watching my channel at all, but I built this greenhouse for like an art studio. Since I live in the tiny house, I need more room to be like able to make art and whatnot. Since I'm a rug maker, it's kind of like a big art form, so I need more space. So I built this thing right when I moved into the tiny house, and I want to say within a month it broke from the wind and the rain, and yeah, basically it just broke. This whole side came off and all the walls came off, and then I want to say a month ago my sister helped me rebuild it, and when I was gone, it clearly, the snow was just so heavy it just caved in. When I repaired it, we actually put not plumber's tape, what's that called, liquid nails and caulking on it, so it really made it more stable, but the snow was just too heavy. So it did cave in. It looks like, I'll take this off so you can really see. It looks like this whole, oh, this whole area over here just kind of caved in. It's hanging on by a thread. It really sucks. This was honestly probably like just the worst thing that happened. I was pretty depressed about it because I was just so happy that it was finally fixed. I was starting to make art in it. I was planning on making a rug in it this week when I got back from my trip, and it's just been such a great spot, you know? It really sucks. It really does. Yeah, so here's it from the inside. I'm just really sad about this, honestly. Like, it's heartbreaking. I was literally like so happy for this space to be somewhere to go to. I was like waking up happy every day, like, yes, I'm finally living, my goals and dreams of having the tiny house, having the greenhouse, and coming home to this was like, it got me. It got me. The drawers in here are filled with water. Like my rugs over here somehow are dry. These are supposed to go on the ceiling of the tiny house. Paintings, they seem okay. They seem okay. I do got this heater. This is like a space heater. I put this bag over it just in case after I came in here. I put it over here in this corner to protect it. But it looks like I'm missing 3 panels up top, and then 1 panel on that back side, and then 2 panels up here on the ceiling. Yeah. As of right now, though, the plan is to wait until my sister can come over and help me put it together. She's saying that maybe tomorrow we can, but like her kids are in school and we have to do it in the time they're in school, and so it might not work out to be able to be fixed tomorrow. I'm not too sure. I just really hope it can get done soon, but at the same time I remember how frustrating it was for us to put this together, so I'm also just like not looking forward to doing it. And then this time around I want to put more liquid nail, more caulking. Just I need to buy a lot of supplies just to keep it strong. I have a feeling some people are going to be like, just give up on it, just throw it away. But this is all I got. I mean, I put too much money into this thing already. It cost $500 for the frame, and then I probably put, damn near $100 into like the materials to keep it strong, and so I have to put a little bit more money into it. I'm just going to keep on trying. Ideally, I would love to put like what's it called, like a wood shading or whatever, like just like some sort of thing to put on top of it so it can save it from the elements. But I I know at that point I might as well just build a new thing. So I don't know. It's something. It's a project, for sure. But I just can't wait till it's back up and working. I damn near cried when I saw this thing broken. Honestly, it was really hard for me. But I know it's repairable, so I'm just gonna stay positive. I know it's repairable, so yeah, and it will be repaired really soon. And I'll make a video on repairing this. So yeah. Now, as far as the tiny house, there is some issues that happened here too. Two things happened. One is I come home and the door is flew all the way open, just wide open. And I know why this one happened. I didn't lock the door before I left, only because my keypad situation has been kind of finicky lately. Like, I can't remember my password that I made for it. If I'm being real, I don't remember the password. So I've been using the key, and the key just, it's barely working. Like, I practiced before I like left on my trip, and it just literally wouldn't unlock the door. So I was like, I can't lock it because there's no way to get in here. So I'll work it out when I get back. And because of that, it flew open while it was snowing and raining and windy, and it ruined the first rug that was at the door. It was actually one of the rugs I've had for like with the longest. It's three hearts. It's like an orange and blue and yeah, orange and blue, like three heart rug at the very front of the door. It was completely soaked when I came in here. And I also was thinking about Cheddar when I was gone. I was like, damn, so she had nowhere safe to go, nowhere like warm to go. I know this place is insulated, so it would have actually helped. So she was just like in here cold as hell and probably wet and just like trying to find safety, and she couldn't because the door was wide open. The snow was probably up in here. Like, I don't even know how bad it was. The flooring in here is already kind of fucked up, so I can't really tell like if there was like much water damage and like how much snow or water was in here, but I have a feeling that it was in here for sure. So that really sucked. I lost the rug. I put it in my dryer inside the house, and it just completely ruined the dryer. For one, I have to like scrub that thing with like hardcore soap, and the rug itself just ruined. Like, the backing came fully off. Like, it ruined it. The rugs are made with glue, and when you put it in the dryer, normally that happens. It happened before, but I thought I would get lucky. So that happened. And something else is actually something I realized after I stayed here, like a whole night or whatever. I don't know why it took me so long to realize, but the lights in here, they broke halfway. So the lights used to go all the way around, just like some LED lights. And I looked up, I was like, why is it not as light in here as it usually is? And it turns out that the lights just like broke halfway in the space in here. I'll show you. So the lights start all the way over there, and it's looking like they stopped right over there in that corner, but they're supposed to go all the way around and then even down here. So yeah, now I wish that was all that went down. That is all that happened while I was away. But oh, and I want to mention one really, really good thing. I don't know how, but my plants are all fine. I don't know how at all. I thought, if anything, like when I was on my trip, I was thinking about my plants. I was like, they're probably dead. Hearing about the snowstorm, like, they're gone. But every one of them stayed. I think maybe some of them have a little bit of damage, but like they're all like there. They look almost as good as they did when I left. So I don't know how that happened with the door wide open, but I'm really, really grateful and thankful for that, because I just spent like $50 or $60 on these guys like a week before I went on my trip. So that's a good thing. But when I stayed in here, last night was my first night, back home. And when I stayed in here, a couple of bad things happened. Number one, when I use my microwave, if you don't know, I recently put a microwave in, like probably a few days before I went on my trip. When I used my microwave to eat dinner last night, all the power turned off in here. And I was literally like, that's scary as hell. And it is probably because it's extension cord from my backyard, like from the house. So it's extension cord and then another extension cord, and then it's the microwave. So two extension cords to each other and then the microwave, which is probably like super, super unsafe, but there's literally no way for me to like fix that. And I mean, I guess unless I had a really, really long extension cord, which I could do, but I haven't done that yet. And I literally bought this new extension cord, like the second one connected to the bigger extension cord, a couple of days ago because it has a bunch of, sockets for plugs and whatnot. Anyways, it turned off the power in here. I was really scared and I thought it wasn't going to turn back on and like it just fried the whole system or something, but it did turn back on. I just had to turn off the power cord and turn it back on and it all worked. But that really scared me. I've never had any type of issues with power at all in here before. I use my air fryer all the time, and that never happened. I know that microwaves are a little bit more wattage, and I also use a space heater all the time too, and that never turned off either. So I was really confused. I think that my space heater and my microwave are both 15 watts. So I don't know what happened there, but that really scared me. And then another thing that's power related that happened last night was when I went to go to sleep. If you don't already know, like I sleep on a massage table and I have a heated blanket. I have it underneath me and then I sleep and then I have a blanket on top of me. And I went to go and plug in my heated blanket and it completely blew up. Like I, like not even joking, it completely blew up. And I was terrified. Like it was such a big like essentially like a bang, I guess, like a flash of light. Like it was so quickly. I went and unplugged that shit so quick, and I was so terrified. And I can't say this one was actually my fault because I actually, when I got back from my trip, I just came home real quick to grab my stuff and go to my sister's house because it was her birthday and I want to spend the day with her. And so when I grabbed it and I went to her house, I realized at her house that there was two exposed wires. And they were just like kind of out like this, and I was using it all night at her house, no problem. I saw that and I thought maybe I should stop using this, but then I was like, but I need heat. And especially when I came back to the tiny house, I was like, I need heat. And so I turned it on, and I'm guessing those two cords like touched each other because it was fried at that point. I could put a picture here. And yeah, I was really scared. Like luckily it just shot up really quick and it went away and I unplugged it and nothing else happened. But it legitimately looked like a fire was about to start. So good thing it wasn't touching any other fabric. It was just kind of dangling in the air. So good thing it didn't touch any other fabric or anything that was flammable, because that would have been like bad and it scared the hell out of me. And it probably is probably like, I don't know, going through that definitely probably made me think like maybe I shouldn't use heated blankets anymore, but I literally need them because it's cold in here, so I will still use them, but I think I'll get a higher quality one. This one was probably like $35, so maybe I'll get a $40 one or $50 one, because I need heat, while I sleep. That really sucked. So that's really all that happened while I was gone and when I came back. And yeah, so luckily that's all that really went down. I can say like a random thing that kind of happened, I guess, was I forgot to bring testosterone. I'm a trans guy, so I take testosterone every week, and I forgot to bring it. And I literally like went, I think it was like 4 days after the shot day I was supposed to do it on, and I started bleeding while I was out there. I haven't bled in so long, and that really shocked me. And like I was like, wait a minute, I forgot that I even can bleed. But that was definitely like a really scary thing that happened while I was away. I will never forget to take my testosterone shot again, because what the hell, I didn't think it was going to be that quick. I thought maybe I would start bleeding after like a week or two of not taking my testosterone shot, but no, it was like a few days later. And yeah, that really put the cherry on top of everything, honestly. And yeah, I mean, I can say one thing though. When I got back from my trip, one very good thing was that I came home to a few packages from you guys. I posted on my birthday saying that I, you know, made a membership. Well, I don't even know what it's called, but yeah, I think that's what it's called. It's like I made a membership for you guys if you want to pay like $3 a month, for, I forget what I put in there, but I think I did like priority commenting back and polls that are only for you guys and the little emojis or whatever in the comments. I definitely want to add more things to that eventually. But anyways, I recently made that, and don't feel pressure to even join. I'm still trying to figure out what I even want to do with it. So it's okay if nobody joins right now quite yet. But I posted about that, and I also posted about how I have a wish list on my Amazon, like an Amazon wish list cart, and I got quite a few people sending in packages. So that was something I was really excited about. I was like, wow, I feel like I I feel like it really is my birthday, like getting hella gifts and shit. I haven't got like gifts for my birthday like that in so long. I've gotten a couple of gifts for my girlfriend and my sister this year, which was so great. But like getting random like presents in the mail from strangers, I never got that before. I thought that was so awesome. That definitely made all this stuff kind of a little bit easier to go through, like just knowing I got some gifts and they were so like random and like actual surprises. I really like that. So I appreciate everybody who sent me a gift. And I will be making a video really soon on the gifts, just like unboxing the gifts. But I will also be making videos on fixing this stuff. Like I said, the greenhouse, I don't know when I'll be able to fix that. Hopefully later this week, hopefully tomorrow. Like I said, my sister says she might be able to do it tomorrow. If not, then the following week. And really soon, I'm going to be fixing the plumbing and the lights in here. And yeah, so, kind of sucks that all this stuff happened while I was away. I think the thing I'm most sad about is the greenhouse, of course. And then, of course, the plumbing, it like sucks. This morning I had to take a shower inside of my house and it was so eerie in there. Like it's empty. It's like an empty home. So I didn't even like to take a shower in there. I mean, it was easier. I don't have to turn on the heater and I don't have to like turn on the water heater and, flip on the hot and cold water and then go into the shower and like have to take it within 2 minutes or anything like that. But, I definitely felt weird just being an empty home taking a shower, and I don't really want to do that anymore. So I have to fix that before I take another shower in here. So yeah, I'll definitely be fixing the plumbing really soon. I'll be fixing the lights in here. I was sad about the lighting in here. Like last night, it was so dark, like with only half of the lights. It's dark already with all the lights working, so half it was really getting me. It really just made me feel down about that, but. Again, I'm just going to be happy that I have my plants and my cat are all okay. So that's all that matters. And the tiny house is standing. So I don't even want to complain about that. But anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. Peace.